Two baby girls have been fighting for their lives in Melbourne this morning after a friend with a simple cold came to visit. Now, the 6-week-old twins have been infected with RSV. This is a virus that is commonly mistaken in adults as a common cold, but for small babies, this can be deadly.
Let's get today's take on this with Nine's Mike Dalton and Shelly Horton from Shell Shocked Media. Mike, the girl's mum reportedly asked the visitors to stay away if they were sick. I can't believe they would turn up in the first place. What are your thoughts?
Well, this is one family friend who won't be invited back for the benchmarks of life in the future. These girls were premature, and surely that raises a flag for everyone concerned that you approach with caution. There's an old expression after birth, 10 fingers, 10 toes, that everything's okay. But in the case of preemie babies, that's not the case. And it's sadder to read that the struggle that this woman has had as far as nurturing these two sick children has also affected her other children, the 6 and the 3-year-old, who feel disenfranchised by this. There's a lesson to anti-vaxxers here that you just cannot control microbiology, that it can hit you at any moment. But you've got to wonder why mum allowed this person into the family home and close to these babies.
Well, look, Shelley, I mean, the thing is with twins, 37 weeks is considered almost full term, but that is still premature, and if these kids are premature they're going to be even smaller, even more vulnerable. Should we adopt something like in other cultures, like there should be no visitors for newborns and mums in the first month? That might be a bit extreme in considering that we are vaccinated. Majority vaccinated culture.
But it's not just about the vaccinations and about their immune system. It's all about the mum and the dad getting a routine, bonding, sorting themselves out. I think the Chinese tradition of having a month kind of confinement could actually be a great idea to adopt. And also, I feel sorry for this mum that she didn't feel strong enough to say no to this person to coming into the house. She was probably sleep deprived. She was probably overwhelmed by everything. And I think that it is something where we need to educate ourselves. I didn't know too much if I had a bit of a cold or something about not visiting babies. I read online about a person who kissed a baby and they had a cold sore, and this cold sore ended up going over the baby's face. God. So I think it is something where whatever the mum says goes.
Yep.
You know, leave it at that.
And let's wish those little twins a speedy recovery. Also making news this morning, an education program for millennials is making waves around the world. It's called Adulting School, and it helps grown-ups fill life knowledge gaps with courses on topics such as budgeting, cooking, even folding a fitted sheet, Shelley.
Okay, look, to be fair, does anyone here know how to fold a fitted sheet?
No.
Georgie
You
does.
do? I do. Oh, my God. I just shove it in the cupboard. That's not an issue, right?
Yeah.
No, you've got to fold your sheets, people.
What about ironing underpants?
No, we don't go that far. We don't go that far.
Look, I think this is just the Gen Y, millennials, parents who are helicopter parenting. This is where you go. This is why kids have to stand on their own 2 feet. They don't need a school on adulting. They need life experience. Kick them out of home when they're 20. Don't let them stay there and just have mum cook for them and clean and take care of them. In my family, from year 10, my brother and I both had to cook 1 meal a week for the family. Great idea. I therefore didn't starve at university.
Yeah,
I knew what to do.
But Dolts, I mean, we've said on this show before that, you don't learn, what's algebra going to teach you when you leave school? Look, they should be teaching you how to balance your books, how to do every day. There are cooking courses at school, but like those sort of things that, should be basic at school to help us get on with life. Just
to pick up Shelley's point, look, mum and dads, I'm sure most mum and dads try, but sometimes the other party doesn't listen because teenagers, of course, know everything. There was much talk last week, as you mentioned, David, about changes to the curriculum for the HSC and including subjects that are more applicable in the post-Year 12 world. And I think that's a really strong move forward as far as education, at least in New South Wales, is concerned. At the moment, being able to manage your personal debt, it's a coin toss between those who know what to do and those who'll just stumble through accruing debt through their early adult years. Although I do love the quote from Carly Bouchard, 29, who described herself as adult, not an adult, when it comes to her finances. And anybody who has that as the first syllable of their name knows that means idiots.
Thanks, Dolts. Thanks, Dolts.
No worries. That's why I put the S on the end. So idiots instead of idiots.
Plural. Very smart.
Good to see you
Let
both.
us know what you think on Facebook and Twitter. We'd love to hear from you on that idea.
All right, still to come this Monday morning. Last night he found himself in the